morning, guys. I went on a long-term trip 4 weeks ago and I want to show you how I managed to work, keep my routine and travel at the same time. Well, I'm the person with a racing mind and I try to steer my routine towards slowing down and structuring the chaos. That's why slow mornings are really important to me.
I usually don't wake up super energetic, so I need to recharge for a day before the chaos takes over. I take my dog and go for a walk for 30 minutes to an hour. I love that we're staying in a very green neighborhood here in Paris, surrounded by parks and lots of greenery, because greenery helps a lot with charging, grounding and mindfulness. My dog is 13 years old, so he's not very active and prefers to sniff around. I don't listen to music or podcasts, I don't text or scroll, I just walk, enjoying the peaceful environment, not thinking about anything, trying to be in the present moment. And the earlier I wake up, the better my morning is. I don't have any obvious reason to hurry and the streets are still empty and breezy. When I get home, it's time for breakfast, which I like to have at home. It's much faster and more enjoyable, and also because during breakfast I start to activate my brain by organizing my day and recharging my inspiration.
Getting the right inspiration is essential for me, setting the right direction for my mind flow, keeping me energized and motivated to keep moving to my goals. Sometimes I watch travel or lifestyle videos to improve my visual acuity and to get new ideas for my own videos, or I watch some inspiring founder stories or interviews of successful founders, or some educational videos from Y Combinator or other startup gurus.
To structure the chaos, I use a simple calendar on my phone or computer to add tasks and events for the day, so I don't have to think about them or miss deadlines. And when you're trying to balance work, travel, and chores, you have a lot to do, so it's important to stay organized.
After such a morning routine, I'm usually very inspired and motivated and really want to work, and I have a few hours for a really intense flow. Working while traveling is not as hard as people think, at least they have a wrong perspective. The main difficulty is finding a good and comfortable place to work. We've been working remotely for a really long time and we've passed the time when it was cool to work from cafes and coffee shops. Experienced digital nomads don't do that anymore. They prefer quiet and comfortable space in the apartment or co-working. We don't like co-workings because we want full privacy, but that comes at a price and it's not common to have a dedicated workplace in apartments. So sometimes we have to compromise. And having our advanced spine care set up with us really helps when traveling. Well, most people don't talk about it or don't realize that when you travel for a long time, besides your work, you also have to maintain your routine, your chores, your everyday life. Especially if you have a partner or a family. And it feels like, imagine your current life, but put it in a random apartment where you don't have everything you need for cooking or cleaning. The appliances are the cheapest or already in a bad shape. You don't know where the best supermarkets in your neighborhood, and sometimes they don't even have the products you used to buy. On top of that, you have to find time to explore your current destination, eat local food and do some activities, have fun. Otherwise, why have such a lifestyle at all? So we are 4 weeks in Paris and we have already explored our neighborhood, put together a new shopping basket, gotten used to our new home and adjusted our routine to it. And the more we move and start everything from scratch in each new place, the more we get used to it and do it faster and with much less stress. As we gain experience, we have become more productive, and on this trip I have even added home workouts to my routine, which I really enjoy and which also helps me slow down and release all the muscle tension after a long sitting.
Since I'm the one who's unemployed here, I'm in charge of lunch. We always have lunch at home because it's much more efficient, even if it takes a while to cook. But you can certainly invest some money to have more time by buying more prepared products for cooking, like pre-washed and cut meats or veggies, ready-made sauces and spice mixes. And having lunch at home also helps us to keep a routine.
We're not really picky about the food that we're gonna eat for lunch, so it's pretty much the same every day. It's fish fillet with pasta or cereals or something like that. And I know there is now veggies and we really miss them while traveling, but it is what it is. So overall, to maintain work, everyday life and traveling, we created a schedule where we have time blocks in every day, morning, day and evening blocks. After lunch, we have a few more hours to work, and then comes our day block. It usually starts at 3 or 4 p.m. and we always use that time differently. The beauty of this lifestyle is that every day is never the same. Some days we go out for walking and exploring.
And this is important to do, to have fun and feel like a tourist. It's also a time before sunset, which means the lighting is very good and the sun is not so harsh. We use this travel mode 3 or 4 times a week, depending on the weather and our overall mood. Some days we use this time to work on our startup together, brainstorming, coding, or researching.
There are also some days when we maintain our everyday life and chores, like cleaning the apartment or going out for grocery shopping.
And remember when I told you that sometimes you can't find food that you're used to? Well, such situation happened with us here in Paris. The food in the supermarkets is so different from the Spain, and we had to adjust to the local food. And sometimes we allow ourselves to just relax, spend time on the couch, watching movies or doing whatever comes to mind.
In the beginning, when we first started this whole lifestyle, we felt really guilty that we didn't go out enough, and we thought, when are we going to go back to this place again? And we burn out very quickly, always tired and stressed, which caused tension in our relationship. With time, we gained experience and learned that you don't have to see everything. You don't have to hurry and run all the time. You should listen to yourself, and if you feel like spending your time in Dubai, not crushing the desert, but chilling in the rooftop pool, let it be. You will remember that moment as pure joy. And having time for our normal routine allows us to slow down a bit, stay healthy, and not to push ourselves into something we will regret.
The evening block is also almost entirely reserved for our routine, like walking the dog, maybe a little more work depending on how much free time we have left, and before bedtime we have family time watching movies.
Well, thank you so much for watching my videos, and please subscribe to my channel to see more adventures, and see you there!